enough talking. Let's watch. Why isn't it... Why is the webcam low again? I don't appreciate this. Is it because when I do the privacy cap, it, like, goes up? Because I didn't change anything with this one. Please don't disconnect. Hi, Sharon. No, this is too low now. Ugh, the struggles. Never become a streamer. It's totally not worth it. Hi, Sharon. I have not replied to your messages yet, but I saw that it's about your team probably. How are you today? I am good. I'm sleepy, but I'm always sleepy. I'm good. I'm excited for Genshin. Even though might not look like it, but I'm excited. Yeah. You will pretty much need to be adventuring 45 or 50 to join Dana's world. That is true. That is true. If you want to join me, unfortunate, like for co-op, you need to have world level 6. Unless, I guess, if I have a question. If I lower it to 5, does that mean that people don't need to have level 6? Because maybe then no, because then I don't have the good rewards. Yeah, you need to be 45. You need to be adventuring 45 in order to join co-op streams. Have an EU account and have world level 6. Yeah. But I'm good today. I didn't have a very productive day today, which is fine. You can have days like that. Yeah. Yesterday was a bit more productive, but hey, I made it to stream. Yeah, your characters that are attuned to 6 are probably too strong unless you're going to be scaled down, which I believe is not the case. Do you mean if I would join your world? No, like, if you join someone's world, you need to have the same world level because it means that, like, your characters are, I guess, also... I don't know how it works. No, if you tune it down to 5. I don't know how that works, actually. I never really thought about it. It's been at this for, like, a while. Characters will be leveled for a 6. That's also true. Plus, like, a lot of the rewards you get for playing... the higher your world level, the better the rewards are. Basically. So yeah, that's also a thing. But yeah, before we continue, let's watch this video real quick. So if people who are in 5 and could then join you means that your characters are way stronger than they would be if you were indeed still in 5. I mean, you look at... That's true. Look at the, like, whenever we started playing co-op, I was like a weakling, and all the others do so much damage. That's still the case, because my characters aren't, like, properly very... Well, they're built good enough, but they can be better, obviously. Yeah. Let me turn off my background music and turn up the sound a little bit for you. So we can watch this video that apparently is really great. About to hit adventure 28. Look at you go, Shaoran! Who are you currently playing with in your team? Or did you mention it? You probably mentioned it in your previous DMs. So made almost 3 levels in about 2 days. That's pretty nice. It slows down a bit, I'd say. Oh, wait. You also... Did you do the Ascension quest? Or is that at level 30? No, that's 25, I think. That's around what I should be doing. Well, as I said, you can always ask for advice. People in chat are very helpful. Very helpful. I mean, you can still have official. You just have to then maybe like look what is best to add. I don't have official, so I can't really say. I'm still a Shang Ling main and she hits like a truck. But having a range as a main would just melee subs defeats the purpose of a range main. I guess, yeah. Yeah. I'm just so happy that I went full force immediately on Klee. Makes it so much easier. Because now I have an okay team for like just in general. And I can make them better. But I can also sort of slowly focus on other characters. Okay, it's quiet. Let us watch this animation. It's 7 minutes. I've not seen it. It's about father. Let's go.
You were born into this world all alone. But here
Oh, pretty.
in the house of the hearth, you will grow up to be strong. Your goal is to learn, to compete, to defeat all your brothers and sisters in battle, and become king. Where's Perware? Didn't she want to hear the story?
Excuse me, Mother. She's doing a funeral for her spider.
That child. Maybe her curse is flaring up again. Clairvy, see to her.
Oh, okay.
She has a different name.
I want cake. You want some?
Sure.
You must know spiders don't eat cake. Oh, yeah, I know.
The birds soar from their cage. Sunbeams filter through the foliage. Flames grow with immortal courage. And I hope you
How cute. Wait, that doesn't look too cute. What happened? Who got hurt?
Do mothers usually argue with their daughters?
I bet she fell out of the tree. Pretty.
I heard that in Snezhnaya, colored light dances in the sky at night. When we're grown up, shall we go see it together?
Uh-oh.
Oh no. You will be a great king.
Oh. I don't like this. What the fuck?
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Oh. Oh, that's terrible.
I should have pruned this flower long ago. Not waited till it wilts. How grotesque. Wouldn't you agree?
Is that a metaphor? Jesus.
Innocence and kindness are such beautiful qualities. Sadly, Useless!
This animation didn't need to go so hard. What the fuck?
A bird tied down will never fly the nest. You are no exception.
They absolutely needed to go to the... I get it. It's what she deserves. Jesus.
Surrender. Let your mother guide you, and you shall become the one true king!
Damn.
My answer. Is no.
Bye, mother. Is that why she goes by father?
She killed the Harbinger?
Oof. Oh, pretty. You can actually go to the ruins of that building?
Her
Really?
Majesty the Tsaritsa has decreed as follows.
Uh-huh.
I hereby pardon your crimes and bestow upon you a new name.
Is that Wanderer?
This title and its legacy of bloodshed are now yours to bear. My poor, mad, cursed knave.
My god. Oh.
Come with me. I will raise you as my child, like a strict and unfeeling father.
Wow. Honestly, I need to rewatch this later because not a lot stuck with me. So I'm a bit confused, but also very impressed. Holy shit! That was so impressive. Wow. That was so good. Damn. I'm speechless. The kick, indeed. I heard of the kick. I had not seen anything. I just knew there was a kick. Did not expect that type of kick. Hi, Pod. Sorry, I was focused on the animation. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing much there, but it exists. I mean, that's still pretty cool. Older man with the half mask is Jester. Uh-huh. Also Fatui stuff. Please watch Zhongli Mora. It's so funny. Okay. We'll watch the Zhongli Mora thing now. Let me turn down my browser sound for myself. And after that, I really need to take a quick break. Apologies. I should have it unlocked because, like, what is my friendship level with you? My guy, my dude. Ooh, 9. Look at us. I might have heard it already. Is it Gold or Mora? Gold. Okay.
Gold is Liyue's treasure.
Mm-hmm.
It is the blood that runs through her heart. As for whether your own heart shines like
That's
gold,
not it. No, I was
will
like,
have to wait and see.
this is not very funny. Zhongli. Okay, I have an idea. You guys figure out which one it is. And I'm gonna take a really quick break. If that is okay. You can listen to the background music or something. Wait. Bye. Hello, I'm back. Hello. Wait, no! My camera! Okay, like, my camera does this weird thing sometimes where when I get up and, like, I leave or I kick it or like, I don't know why. I don't know. I'm so upset, guys. I'm so upset. Yeah, no. Hi, Oguraishi. I'm having webcam issues again. Makes me sad. I know, not again. Usually, like, unplugging it and plugging it back in helps. But I don't know why it does that. Well, I think I know why, potentially. But damn it. Such a good webcam, though. I fixed it! I fixed it. Look, I'm back. I'm back in HD. HD Dana's back. Sorry for the... I don't know why it well, I think I know why it does that. Like, it's USB, right? But it works best with, like, USB 3, and I couldn't find one in the back of my PC, so it's plugged in at the front. But I think when I leave, I sometimes kick or hit the PC, and something happens in that regard. So I think before Sunday's stream, I will unplug and plug back certain things in my PC to make sure that it is plugged in the back, and then maybe this won't happen anymore. But I'm back. Okay. What might it be? About Chongli?
Nothing can be accomplished without
Nope.
rule. You and I have we can discuss matters that fall outside. Trade relies on both contracts. If you're heading to Jueyun
He
Park,
sounds so
please
aggressive.
bring me back a bunch of Chingsin. Just one bunch is
Not
enough.
here, though.
Travel expenses? Ah, I almost forgot. During the effective period of our contract, travel expenses are to be paid for by yourself. Sorry to bother you. Why is it that once you finally get a... Have you heard of the origin of the... Have you heard of the origins of the lantern? The god of contracts. For those that live too long, I
Hobbies?
enjoy partaking in walks through the city. To get people to abide by the finest ingredients cooked with true expertise. This is the art of...
No.
Since you seem to have some time on your hands,
I have a
why
question.
don't we find a quiet place and I'll share one of my stories with you?
When do these voice lines trigger? No, they don't trigger. It's here. That's a dumb question. I didn't ask that. But yeah, if you figure out which one it is, know what it is called. This is gonna annoy me for like so long. There was an event and in that. Aha. That makes sense. Yeah, I can't find any. The event had 2 installations, so maybe it'll come back again in the future. Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe it'll come back. But yeah, that was a very the Arlecchino animation was very good. I just feel like I need to watch it more. And I feel I should do the same with certain important things because I'm so forgetful. I'm so forgetful. I can't find the voice line since I read every single one of his voice lines. Try his least favorite food. Okay. I'll do that. Is it crabs or something?
I don't
Seafood.
like seafood.
Yeah, I've heard
Just
this
seeing
one.
it reminds me of that slimy texture and that scent that just won't wash off.
Oh, no.
As for why I hate it, it's a long story.
I have time.
So let's just say my memory is a little too good.
Maybe it's
One man's stone is another man's gem. Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it. Certainly worth the
No.
extra mile.
because you said it was about Mora, so it's definitely not this. Anyway, doesn't matter. All good. It's someone's special day today. I saw it earlier. It's Hira's favorite character's birthday today. Also, I already read the letter, and I'm like, if this isn't the love confession, I don't know what else it is. Like, if I get a letter and it says this, I would be giddy, giggling, screaming, kicking my feet, like just throwing it out there. I mean, all my dreams with you it's you that I keep seeing. I can't help but wonder if I deserve to have such sweet dreams. I was face-palming so hard when I read that message. It's very... I accept, though. Sweet dream. Cute. Cute. Anyway, just watched the funniest Zhongli and Mona talking to each other video, and I actually breathed from laughing so much. That must be funny. I only cared about the gifts he gave, not the message. I usually also don't read it, but I saw it pass by on Twitter, and I was like, what is going on? What is going on? It's cute, though. Okay, so... I don't like Xiao Lumine ship, so please no more of this Hoyoverse. I think it's cute. I'm not a shipper. The only ship I ship is me with Risley. But I don't mind it. But the thing that does bother me, and that's with all shipping, just throwing that out there, don't get upset with me if that's the case, is people that so much hold on to it that they start fighting with other people and saying, no, it's true. It's like, no, you know. Anyway, for today's stream, as the title says, I thought we could play Furina's story quest to make Bear happy.
So heavy.
Furina's story quest is so good. Is it? I can imagine it's very good. And I'm curious as to what it'll be because we have, besides like Lantern Right, which I skipped a lot of dialogue and I couldn't fully I support shipping when it makes sense. For example, I really like Aether Furina. How is that a ship? How does that make sense? Also, I don't think why doesn't Zhao Lumine make sense? Hi, Reniel. I mean, not that I'm, you know, it's whatever, but making sense is subjective, though. Yeah, I think that, like, for me, if we're being honest, I think it makes perfect sense. You know, same with, like, Risley and me, makes perfect sense. Perfect ship. Zhao is totally not fit for Lumine. See, but that is, like, very subjective. Not that we're gonna get in the shipping discussion. That's not what I want. I'm actually interested in the lore implication of Zhao's letter, because just how the Traveler purified Valin's tears, they also seem to fight off the effects of Zhao's karma, so I really want to know what kind of power is in the Traveler. Yeah! It makes sense, but, like, I mean, I feel like you get sort of slight hints of it. So... And to me, it has never been like, that doesn't make sense. But, like, I don't really care so much. I don't really care so much. Oh no, not the ship discourse. I know, Riniel. It's just, we're talking about it because we just read Zhao's letter for his birthday, and I just threw it out there that, if I got a letter like that, you know, that it's very, you know, I'm just saying. But that, like, I also don't mind shipping. I guess in a way it needs to also make sense for me. I mean, like, you don't have to like it. I don't really ship it, but I think Hoyo is definitely winking at it at least. I think so too. I definitely, like, for me, yeah. I think they're hinting at it a little bit. Tiny little bit. Which is, they can do whatever they want. It's their game. Since you're doing Furina's quest, may I play you the Fossilor's dance theme on the lyre? We are playing co-op on Sunday. If you are here for that, you can play it for me then. But then they do that with a lot because fan service, so who can say? That's true. That is true. Then please stop hinting at it, Hoyo. I mean, Bear. Just because it doesn't make sense for you. And the makers are like, no, it does make sense for us. I think making sense is really very subjective. Just my wish. I guess. Like, if we're being honest, It does make sense for me, but I'm not like a very big like it's true, it's real, it needs to happen, it's whatever. Well, I've not been there at the big shipping war about Zhao that happened last year on Twitter, and every one of you should be thankful for it. Okay, Hira, now I need to know. I'm like, now I need to know. Because that's the type of shit that I'm like, tell me. I'd be reading up on... If I was playing Genshin, then I would be having a field day. Like, not even a lie. But yeah, I find ridiculous. I can also not agree with certain ships. For me personally. But, you know what I think is cute? Ayaka and Lumine. Or Ether, whatever. Traveler. I mean, it's popular, so I think you just need to ignore it. If it isn't your thing, it's fine. It's a very popular ship. Another popular ship that I noticed is Child and Lumine. That one I was a little bit more like, huh? When? I ignored that one. You know what I think is... You know what I think is the most common and I think also the most accepted? I don't know if that's true, but like the most widespread ship that I know of in Genshin that I feel like a lot of people are like, yeah, I can see that, is I'll hate Mekabe. Yeah, there you go, Hira. Those two. It's... Yeah. That one. I also ignored that one. The funniest thing about that, ooh, I want to know. I'm ignoring it just when I saw the birthday message. I was like, please don't support this Hoyo. I mean, I don't really care. They can support it. It's their game. If that is what they want to hint at, that's fine for me. Since it's not my game, you know. Hoya do a lot of these things, like all the birthday messages are very cute. That's true. Okay, if there's... I don't want to talk about this because I don't want to make people upset. The only ship that I really ignore where I'm like that, I don't see that. But that's maybe because I'm biased. Is Neuvillette and Risley. That one I'm like, no. They're both mine. Okay, I will have to ignore all your shipping or I will have to disappear. I mean, I'm not shipping them. I'm just mentioning it. I need to build my character, but I don't know how to. Which character? Do you mean Klee? I heard a statistic that on the fanfic site, the list for the top lesbian couples had come. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm not that big of a hater of Child Meme, but also don't love it. Why are we talking about shipping again? I don't know. Klee and one more, I forget the name of. Okay, building Klee. Well, what do you mean with you don't know how? I think one of the biggest things is gathering their ascension materials. And right now, you're just starting. You don't have to think about artifacts. I don't know how to farm artifacts. Hannah, what is your adventuring? You're not at a point yet where you have to care. That's what I was told. Yeah, you don't have to care at all. It's fine. I think it's starting at 45. Then you can sort of like start worrying about it. So you're good. You know what you have to do? Is you just look online for a Klee building guide and that other character. And then you just look at what the stats need to be for every artifact item. And then you just look at what you have and pick what's best. So like, you have a lot of websites that says like the feather needs to preferably have this. The goblet needs to have this, or sands, sorry. The flower needs to have this. Stuff like that. The auto add feature or artifacts is perfectly good for lower ranks. There you go, Hannah. You can use that. I have not used that one because that one wasn't available by when I was setting up my characters. But yeah, we are doing Furina's quest. Not if I keep talking, it's already 8. And I wanted to wrap up at like maybe 10. So, that's probably not gonna happen. Gonna try though. One day you and Paimon arrive at the Adventurers Guild to check out the commissions there. Okay. We can teleport here. Let's go. I'm lazy, I'm not walking. Let's go, Furina, because I love this. I don't know if I'm gonna love this, but I'm assuming I will. So let's go! I've been taking off my nail polish. I'm like... I need to do them. Also, I ripped my thumbnail like really short. I'm so upset. But it's fine. I'll survive. It'll grow back. It's just nails. Catherine! Don't fight.
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge Mora tag, perhaps?
Nah, I prefer the Primo Gem tag. You didn't have to be so direct. The more lucrative, the better.
You know we're worth it. For quality work and speedy results, choose Paimon and the Traveler.
It's always a pleasure to see our 2 most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see.
Man, they really love us all over to that.
Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open. Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Hi, Rainbow Girl. How are you?
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding. So what's the situation?
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical. The original cast member ran into some issues and is currently unable to perform the role.
I have to sing.
But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties. So unfortunately, they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
Free labor.
That does sound like a tricky situation. So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
I bet they want to pay us an exposure. I'm also well. I'm doing good. I'm excited for Furina's quest. I'm curious.
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job. There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show.
That's not good.
And delays tend to create all sorts of new problems.
That is true.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas?
I'll do it.
Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
Very true.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there.
Oh, sure.
Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution. Maybe there's something he hasn't thought of.
Did you watch the new Name video? Yeah, we did. We actually watched it like earlier at the start of the stream. It was very good. That animation went very hard. Oof.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder, he looks like he just ate a sour lemon.
Poor dude. What do you think of it? I thought it was really cool. Got it. We'll go talk to him.
Paimon approves. Let's go.
Da-da-da.
Hello there. Are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really willing to act in my musical?
No.
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already. But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot. If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame.
Can't you cover the budget for a new actress with ticket fees?
That's the thing. We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts. All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
Oh, that's sad. We can't let that happen.
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe. One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways.
Oh no.
So we were really hoping to end on a high note. Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it.
Catherine mentioned that one of your actresses can't make it.
Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood.
Oh no.
And unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform. The show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas. What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
Some.
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor. And I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
Mora isn't the biggest problem. How do we find someone who's a good fit for the role?
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the show.
Yeah, that's true.
We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who?
Are we talking about Furina? Great minds think alike. I was just thinking that.
That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now.
That sounds so mean.
She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake for her.
Data! How are you, Data? Hi, Data. Thank you for subscribing. 32 months? That's nuts. 32 months is nuts. How are you? How have you been? Thank you for calling me your favorite Genshin streamer. It's probably also because I'm your only Genshin streamer. How have you been? How are things going?
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous.
Furina.
Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
No.
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. They were one of the reasons she was so popular. But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner.
Yeah, if you're watching and you haven't finished the Fontaine Archon quest, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. Good. What about you? I'm also good. Been very sleepy lately, but we're playing Genshin. It's fun. I'm having fun with it. Trying to get my 3 streams a week in, but everything's good. Just busy. Busy with streaming, busy with work, busy with everything. But it's good to see you. I always love seeing you in chat. And I'm glad you're doing. I haven't finished that quest. Don't spoil it. As if you play Genshin. Data. As if you play Genshin.
She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Furina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours.
Sure, that sounds good. We can do that, definitely. We can definitely do that. You want the show to go ahead, don't you? Are you prepared to do whatever it takes?
Well, yes, but...
But no?
Fair enough. I mean, if she was actually willing to, then of course I'd be honored to have Lady Furina star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too. I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of performing on stage with her one day. Of course, it all depends on whether she's interested. She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
Okay, chat, I have a quick question for those that play Genshin, obviously. I mean, the people that don't play it, throw in your guesses. When is this supposed, like, the story quest, when is this supposed to be situated? Because, I feel like they're talking so chill about her. It's definitely not right after the Archon quest. After the Fontaine story? Like, really right after? Because wasn't she, like, didn't she, like... Well, running away is a big thing. After Archon quest. Because I think she left, right? To take some time away. I'm assuming she's back now. And I'm assuming she's doing much better than right after. Because I have no clue where she is or how she's been doing, but Traveler seems to be knowing what's up.
No point in stressing about that. We'll only know if we ask her.
That is true. There is a saying in Dutch, you have a no, but you can get a yes. That sounds terrible and problematic. That's not what I mean. It's like, if you don't ask... the answer is no. You know, because, like, you're not asking and it can't change. But if you ask, they can say yes. That's what I mean with it. Not that you can change a no to a yes. It means if you don't ask, it's a no automatically. But if you ask, it might be... It sounds weird now that I think about it. Anyway, they didn't say she left, as in left Fontaine. She just left the Palais Monia, where she lived as a Hydra. Oh, okay, I thought she took away some time. It's a pity that you were not able to play Roses and Muskets event. I know, I regret it, honestly. But it was necessary. In a way, it was good that I skipped it, but yeah. I think it's sad too. I'll watch some clips of it or something.
And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Let's go. It'll be good to check in on her anyway.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news. Good luck.
Bye.
Wait,
or bad
where does
news.
Furina actually live nowadays?
Ah.
She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out, right?
Okay, there we go. That answers my question.
As it happens, I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Man, Catherine coming for the rescue. Like,
when did you get here?
I mean, it was right. Okay.
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed. It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Furina. Back in a jiffy.
Back in a jiffy. She says that a lot. The little oceanit. Okay, where does she live? Let's walk. Wasn't that far away.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here?
Paimon, at least she doesn't live in the sewers. Like, I mean...
Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Mermonia.
I think it looks pretty nice.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Oh, she sounds so sad. I think it's lovely.
Ah! Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags.
Few more bags? What is she? Is she only eating like... Is she living off of boxed macaroni and cheese? Yes, she is. No! Oh my god! Oh, Furina. Baby. I mean, nothing wrong with it. Honestly, I think it's Knorr. Has like these like little bags of like all types of different pastas, and the only thing you need to do is like put it in a pot with water and like make it come to a boil and it'll dissolve and it's like a pasta with a sauce. I love those. But it shouldn't be the only thing you're eating.
I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food.
Oh.
But now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
I mean, there's simple traditional home cooking and then there's boxed macaroni. Don't you get sick of macaroni every day?
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Oh, baby. Please tell me this gets fixed by the end of this quest.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
Is it because you have to do all your own cooking now?
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity!
You just said you live off of okay.
It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too. Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre focilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
I trust you.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
I have a question. Does Furina have a vision? And if so, where is it?
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace.
You don't have to, it's fine.
Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoo!
No.
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad!
Paimon was just showing concern for your well-being.
Yeah, exactly! What the traveler said! Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you. Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
That's not important. We actually came here to ask you for your help.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
If not you, then no one. You're the only person for the job.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so specific?
You tell Furina about the troops' plans for its final performance.
I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense.
We would never.
After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine.
You were.
Well versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities. But given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage.
I would do too if I had to do that for 500 years.
Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me.
Man, that poor girl.
Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. I'm not the same person I once was. Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again.
Makes sense.
But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
500 years isn't that long. It's about the length of a normal workday. You know what? I feel that when I remember during my summer jobs at the bank, it felt like that. Especially like the afternoon. The afternoons were long. They were so long. Oh, they did feel like 500 years. So that's how you really feel.
Paimon can understand.
But
this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
I do enjoy my job, but some days like today are too freaking long. And it makes sense. I get that. You have days like that. Even if you really enjoy what you do, sometimes you just have days where you're just like, this is not it. I want to go home.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross.
Okay.
If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Okie dokie.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare.
Guess it's time for us to put on our acting shoes.
Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Okay.
Short and to the point. Okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me.
I would like to believe that that's not the case.
Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
You shouldn't assume the worst of people. What's wrong with making one exception?
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry I drew a line in the sand without thinking about every possible grain on the other side.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would.
Okay, thank you for the trouble anyway.
Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
Okay. I'm glad she holds her ground here. She spent such a long time doing a job she hated for the sake of others. That's true. I am glad that she's standing up for herself. No is no.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troupe will be so disappointed.
Don't guilt trip. Let's try to come up with a plan B.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. All right, then. We'll see you around, Furina.
Bye.
Toodaloo to you, too. I'm going home to take a rest now.
And make macaroni. Aww.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Furina's decision.
Uh-huh.
Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now.
When is 4.6 releasing? I think in a week. Yeah. Next week. Hi, Spring Fam, by the way. 6 days, Tuesday night. That means we can play new stuff. We can play new stuff on Wednesday next week. Oh.
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
I'm scrambling to get Nuvi's weapon before then. Don't think it's going to happen. Oof. I mean, I really wanted Kazuha and Nuvilet. That's also not happening. Are you saving for Arlecchino? No. Have you seen my Primo gems? I'm also... She's really cool. And the animation also made me go like, damn. You know, but no. I am not saving for Arlecchino. I am actually saving for Sigewinne. Or Furina. We'll see. But my preference is Sigewinne. Even though we don't even know if she's going to be a 5 or a 4-star. I'm just assuming she's going to be a 5-star. So yeah, we're saving for her.
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
Oh. Did he just assume?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
I'll most likely go either C1R1 or C2R1 Arlecchino. She's so well designed. She's very cool. She's awesome. But right now, I don't really feel a strong need to pull for her. I really would have wanted Kazuha. And after playing the Archon quests, I really was like, oh, Neuvillette. But yeah, it's just not for now. So I'd rather save for Sigewinne. Because I think she might fit the team well. Or Furina. I need a healer anyway. So. And I'm just assuming, considering Sigewinne is the head nurse. I'm assuming she's gonna be a healer. Don't need her by any means, but at this stage, I guess I don't need any new characters. Makes sense. I mean, I pulled Risley just because, you know. Also, I wasn't gonna seriously pull for him. I just got really lucky. Because I needed my Primo Gems for Raiden. Even though at that point, I didn't know she was gonna pop out. But since it had been so long since she had a banner, same with Ito, I was just being a grown-up and being like, she's gonna pop up soon. I need to save. Hi, Bufu, how are you? Yeah, but you want him to step on you, as I recall hearing. That's a different story. That is true. That is true. I do want him to step on me. And carry me like a sack of potatoes. Oh, that's so terrible. Anyway, they're having a fight.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
I mean, there's not much time left, Dolphy.
Shortly after you left, the troop's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform.
Look at her eavesdropping here. The sneaky little sneaky little thing.
Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Catherine is always sus. Are you saying that because she's from Snezhnaya, or she's just a robot? Imagine if, like, all of a sudden they're gonna, like, activate all the Catherines and they're gonna, like, kill everybody everywhere.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Furina go?
Not that great, but hey.
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
How many Catherines do you think they have? A lot, considering in Sumeru, the one got... I don't fully remember what happened with that one because of my potato brain, but they had a new one pretty quickly. So they must have them in stock somewhere. I bet every nation has, like, a couple of backups in the closet somewhere.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all.
She is their information gathering system. That makes so much sense. It's true. Like, all these commissions and stuff, she knows what's going on. Or worse, they can deactivate all Catrins and we would not get any more Prima Gems. That's even worse. That's even worse. How can I wish for people then? Catrin Factory will be a location in Snezhnaya. Is that for real or like you hope that? Because now I want that.
You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
No, I was just making stuff up. Honestly, I would love that. I would love that there's like this random place where like it's implied that that is where the Catrins are being made.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then.
Imagine if we had managed to convince Furina to join, only for her to find out she's no longer needed.
Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so harsh with people?
Oh god, Paimon.
Only joking, calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh?
Huh?
Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you.
New Genshin event. Catherine shut down. Let's celebrate for a week without any Primage. Well, with how generous they've been being, I might not be surprised if that's gonna happen.
So,
oops.
Are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it?
I'm joking.
The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day.
I mean, that doesn't sound good. I'll definitely be able to tough it out. Ugh.
I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home, myself included.
You're right. I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the show. I should have asked for your permission first.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on.
Paimon, wait here a second.
Sure.
Thank you for the hydrate, Classic. Hi, Classic! I'll hydrate again. It's so good to see you.
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list.
Yeah, did you buy 5 boxes of macaroni instead of 10? Is that what it is? I took half a day of work today, so I'm able to join. Are you kidding me? Really? Oh, that's so sweet. How have you been, Classic? I know you're in Discord, but it's not the same as being able to talk to you live. How have you been? And thank you so much. You don't have to take a day off of work just to watch the stream, though. Now I feel a little bad. She realized there was a 10 for 5 sale. Oh, right. True. Buy 10, get half off.
All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me.
Okay, are you sure you're not gonna run?
Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
My life has been so busy lately, I don't have time for anything. Oof. Oof. I mean, that happens though. Life sometimes just... it gets busy. Get 5, pay 10. Oh. Man, that stupid deal is so funny that I find it hilarious that an Adeptus and the Hydro Dragon Sovereign both fell for that. two mighty beings. Oh wow, what a good deal. I definitely need 10 boxes of tea.
Furina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
So I do have to say, if you're planning on like giving gifts like around Christmas or something, I don't think it's a bad deal. Tea is a really nice gift.
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned.
Aww.
Yes, a teensy bit concerned. That's all.
How nice of you.
When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things.
Didn't fall for it. Their life expectancy just make them have a different view on everyday things. I guess so. I completely forgot about that. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down.
That's okay, Furina.
I'm sorry, Paimon.
Aww.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
Then why didn't you just show yourself?
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you?
I'm a pro. I studied for that. I have a master's degree in it. You also don't really get out much, though. That is true. And Shanyun is also just now, like, figuring out human life, I guess. So, yeah, I get it.
I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse, you caught me. But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Furina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that. And no need to keep addressing me as Lady. Just Furina is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband?
True.
If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control. Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Oh, did she get dissolved?
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she was a victim in this serial disappearance
that's
case.
even worse.
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice.
Is Furina gonna become the new director?
But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
She was
It's
a
so
loyal fan of your
sad.
performances, Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us.
Man, she sounds like a really nice person.
People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength. Things were really looking up for us.
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can. But despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing. But ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Oh.
It's so sad.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Furina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway.
If she's a scriptwriter and director, she doesn't have to act, but she can still be involved in a creative way.
I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member.
Ta-da!
But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
Hi, Flora. How are you? Got done with a 3-hour test. Ooh, 3-hour test. Did you do well? How did it go? What was the test about? Sorry. 3 hours is long. Come enjoy the stream. We're playing Furina's quest. I hope I can help you relax because that sounds terribly stressful.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
Furina, best girl. Furina is best girl. I am so happy that... Wait. Me? I am honestly so happy that she's not such a stuck-up person. English? Ooh. Ooh, I hope it went well, though. I hope it went well. But that sounds terrible. I'm so happy you will be wishing for her. Maybe. That's not set in stone. Sijuin. I'm with Bear on this. Classic. Furina's design is also good. Her design is great. But I told you all. I'm waiting for Sijuin. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I get lucky and I have enough for both of them. Depending on when Furina pops up again. But yeah. I feel pressured. Please make me more comfortable. Is there... Well, I'm trying. Let's just relax. Let's just chill. Let's just play Furina's story quest. And just forget about exams for a little bit. Or tests. Unless you're Queen Seafury. You need to study. I do like the top hat. Also the little curl here. Cute. Furina is expected in the same patch as Sijuin and Clorand. We don't know that. What are you talking about? We don't talk about these things here, Bear.
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director.
Plus, if that is the case, then I'm really sorry. But Sijuin priority. Furina is expected in Dana's collection one day.
Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but...
I said expected. People expect her because she was expected in the next patch already. That makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. But if she is, then I'm afraid Sijuin will win out. Unless Sijuin turns out not to be a healer or like some... I don't know why she would not. We'll have to... I'll have to see. I'll just have to see and wait what it'll be. But for now, considering how it's going with my Primo stuff, I'm waiting for Sijuin.
What about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them?
A verdict can bring emotional catharsis. They come pouring out and flow away into infinity.
An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Huh. Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh? You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
Don't say things like that, Paimon.
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
It's an okay, Paimon.
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Since it's you, I'll do it, especially since it's related to the serial disappearances case.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Furina's performances, as of course we all are. Alright, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
That's okay.
La la la.
Oh, is it underground? Ah, no, it's not. Wait, where is it? Damn, it's the only other side of Fontaine. That's underground. We'll teleport here. Because I'm being lazy. We don't even know when Caesar actually gonna be in though. I mean, they have to be in Fontaine patches, so they basically do. Or maybe like Siegeween won't even be in a Fontaine patch. They might not be. Like Baiju, for example, didn't it take really long before he was in anything? I don't know when Baiju was released, but like I heard that it was definitely not when those Archon quests were happening. Because Dendro was not developed before Sumeru. Oh, right. But he was in the story, right? It's unclear if Siegeween will be a 5-star or 4-star. Yeah, that's what I also said. We imagine Siegeween. I'm gonna be so upset. But at least I'll have enough Primal Gems for her then. Yeah, the thing is I don't know yet
He was a brave girl
anything
today.
about
I found a
Siegeween.
really weird-looking lizard. Want me to show it to you?
So I'm right now saying like I'm saving up for her, but she might very well be a 4-star. I don't know. I'm just assuming that she's gonna be a 5-star. I don't know. She could be a 4-star. But then it's like I have to keep wishing until I get at least one. Did you see how my Ito wishes went? I didn't even get one Goru. Or it might go how my Gaming wishes went, and I might C5 her. Okay, we made it. Time for rehearsal. They better release her in the Fontaine stuff still. One thing for certain, Clorend will pretty sure be a 5-star. That I assumed as much. I think. I don't know. What a cute space.
Huh? Lady Furina?
Uh-oh, right. Baiju was in 1.1 or 1.2 and was already established Dendro user, but Dendro was not playable until 3.0, and for Sumeru they focused on Sumeru cast first, so that's why we only got Baiju in 3.6. That makes sense. So they can't do that with Siegeween because that would be nuts. So I guess we can assume that she is gonna arrive within these Fontaine patches, but even then, has there been a character besides Baiju where they didn't join? Within everything? Oh, this looks good. What looks good? Can't recall anyone. Okay. Do you mean the practice room, Spring Fan? I'm sorry, I'm being... I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, maybe we should... Yes, yeah, it looks like a really cozy practice area. Super nice. But yeah, maybe we shouldn't speculate. Sigewinne could probably be an excellent healer for Furina. And for Klee. Stars Gazing, thank you so much for resubscribing. 9 months. 9 months is crazy. That is so long. That's almost a year. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you? I hope you had a great day today. It's so good to see you. On Monday, we'll get to know if Clorand or Sigewinne will be in 4.7 or 4.8. Drip marketing, right? Do they do drip marketing for 2 characters? I have never like really have been very aware of like paid attention to it. I don't know. Yes, okay, well. Okay, so even if Sigewinne is a 4-star, I don't know how it works. I don't know much yet. Look, I have until the end of the year to be a better, more aware Genshin content creator. I'll get there. I'll know when drip marketing drops, I'll know about special programs, I'll know everything for all the characters that will be released in the upcoming patch. So even 3 is possible. Though it is unlikely in these late patches. Makes sense. Who would be... I mean, the only 2 that I'd say are still missing are Sigewinne and Clorand. I don't know of any others. Unless it's like... Chiori... I don't know how to pronounce her name anymore. I keep forgetting. Unless it's like one of those cases where it's like somebody random that all of a sudden drops and it's like, oh. Oh, wait. That guy from Sino's quest is probably gonna be one of them, so... That's one. Setos, or how to spell his name, that was in the special program. Yeah, that one, so that's already one. So, if I'm unlucky, Sigewinne is not gonna get anything. If I'm lucky, it's both Clorand and Sigewinne. We'll know on Monday what will happen. But Setos, is that... yeah, no, we'll only find out then if they're gonna be a 4 or a 5-star. There's someone called Emily too. Risley has a voice line about her, but we haven't met her yet. Oh. Uh-huh. The suspense is killing me. For like the drip marketing or the quest? I'm getting nervous now too. I didn't realize that every day that it'll be on Monday that we know. Oh, I'm gonna be so sad if Sigewinne. Okay, if Sigewinne is not one of them, then I'll be wishing for Furina. Right, Emily, I was reading the voice line and got to that and I was like, wait, who? Wait, do I have competition? Do I have to beat someone up? No, that's not nice. I don't beat up people. That's mean. I haven't heard the voice lines because I haven't played with him. I need to build him. I'm looking forward to leaks soon after releases of the next patch. No, I'm not looking forward to leaks. I don't do leaks. I stay away from them. No leaks. Nothing. Only speculation.
What's Lady Furina doing here?
I don't know. She just popped up.
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Furina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant.
Yay! Woo! Oh, yay!
These 2 over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
I have a question. Did Child have an About Knave voice line before the Fontaine release? Good question.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
I guess just the same about like Wanderer, right? Did he have one?
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
I mean, yes, he calls her insane and unhinged. Wanderer was not there. Oh.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying the Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director.
Oh.
One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Skara was there, but then you play a certain interlude quest, it disappears. The voice line disappears?
Wait,
yes.
but if it's not finished, then...
That's so cool. Finding an actress was the least of your problems.
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front, trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about.
I'm never gonna finish this quest today.
The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family.
This sounds familiar.
She longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship and even love. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
Ooh.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
I'm pretty sure that's where the story cuts off.
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script.
Sad, we have to fix that.
We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
Okay, curious.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
End of Sumeru Archon quest also changes item descriptions. The whole game takes the history rewrite seriously, not just like the main story itself. No, yeah, I actually saw a video about that yesterday where like I didn't pay full attention. It was just a quick one where they went over the differences from like before the rewrite and after the rewrite. So like character descriptions, like people's memories and stuff. I find that really cool. That's actually... I'm a bit sad because I missed out on these things for myself. But, I mean, you can find these things online anyway. But I'm assuming if you're like somebody that has to wait for these Archon quests to come out and like you have a lot of time on your hands, you can like... Or you're like a more invested player than me, you probably knew about these things and you noticed them. It's cool though, I like that they're so committed to it, because it makes sense. It's a lot of effort though, I think.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
You should.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own.
There's 6 characters with an Emily voice line. I just looked it up. Really? Who is this Emily?
And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from 2 of our main actors.
Oh, also that?
The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. But the deadline's passed, and we still haven't heard from him.
Uh-oh.
The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since.
It's sad. A perfume maker, apparently, according to Charlotte. Ooh, interesting.
He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Huh. Although, now that we have Miss Furina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
We don't talk about that person, Spring Fan. That person doesn't exist. I don't know who you're talking about, even.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Oh god, that's so awkward. That's so awkward. Imagine that now you have to be a part of, like, they're like, Furina! Like, oh, that's so awkward.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop. You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending.
Why can't I change my light setting? Weird. Okay, well, it is what it is.
He went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson?
Uh-oh. You don't have to go. Is something wrong? Are you kidding me? Is something wrong?
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So, allons-y. To Poisson!
To Poisson! Croissant! I really want a croissant right now, though. That was not... Oh. To Poisson! Allons-y! Or something like that. Just ate a chocolate. Ooh, chocolate. I still have some chocolate left over from Easter. I do want to eat something. Damn it. I didn't have any during Easter. I didn't have any during... No, I think I did. I can't remember. But I definitely got some after Easter because it was half off. Where do I have to go? Oh, here. Hello, Poisson. Hello.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
I love how his hand just goes like this, and then it goes like, knock, knock.
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
I mean, time's running out, Paulo.
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Deadline has been over.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
Be a little bit more assertive.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are.
Of course she would be here.
Furina, too.
Damn, you don't sound very happy about that. I didn't know Navia was gonna be here.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet?
Oh.
We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do.
3 best girls next to each other. That's true.
And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done.
Especially if that painful experience lasted for 500 years.
Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Furina. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's
so kind
of you, Navia.
That's true.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all, like my father before me.
The Macaroon Mafia.
Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Got it, Navia. Thank you.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
I will be, like, gladly be your friend. I'll be your friend. You deserve a friend after all that. Oh no, there's a mob there. I don't trust it. Okay. Yeah.
I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here.
That makes sense.
Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me. Which, of course, I completely understand and accept.
Okay, you have my full focus again. I was trying to find out everything about Emily. I'm curious now, too. You have a lot higher chance of finding out stuff because I don't have all these characters and I don't have the max friendship like you. So what have you found out about Emily? Emily from Paris. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. I'm sure some people didn't buy Navia's lie.
Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes.
I'm still terrified of gazes like that.
I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
It's okay, you tried.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
Maybe you've taken a bit too much in one go. Me too, it's not like you.
What do you mean by that? You expected me to just keep running and hiding from my responsibility forever?
Look, there seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Let's please. They're not staying quiet either. Let's go.
Probably time we made a move.
Yep.
How about we check out Spina di Rosula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Actually, how much have I? Yeah. Give me those Primo Gems. Damn it. I had hoped that by clicking it, it would stop. Right. I got all these rewards, right? Afterward. Quest completed. Okay. Yeah. Hi, kitties. It was fun having you around.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet.
I wouldn't dare.
I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be.
I don't really like where they're sitting, though.
As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm.
I mean, sometimes gods can't even do things.
And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You're only doing your duty.
Don't be so harsh on yourself.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. have no further use to people.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
Think of your freedom as your reward.
A reward?
Because now you can finally speak your heart. You don't have to be anguished and alone anymore.
I guess so. Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in.
This poor girl, I just want to hug her. Me too. I'll read what you said, Hira. I just felt like I shouldn't talk about Emily while Furina was having her moment.
I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Furina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know.
I have a question. Since, like, Furina's curse is lifted, will she, like, finally start aging? Is she like a regular, normal human now? Yes? Yeah. Hi, Persian! How are you doing? Furina will live a normal human life after this. Okay, nice.
That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
I'm also not good at maintaining relationships, Furina. But your case is different than mine, I'm sorry.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
That was the role she was playing.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
Doing good? That's good. I'm not night shift taking care of my dad. That doesn't sound too good though. Is he okay? Are you okay? How are you doing? I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm enjoying Genshin and all these things. I've been well. It's good to see you here again though. What Paimon meant to say was she doesn't like to see you so down. Do you feel better having gotten all of this off your chest?
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands.
That's true.
All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
He better.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Yeah, and not fall off this ledge, like edge thing, like while we try to get up. Oh, why would you go sit there? I wouldn't be even able to get on the ship. Actually, let me read what Hira typed about Emily. Okay. Very famous perfume maker. Her products are hard to get because that many people want to get them. Good friend of Chef Rus, and she's an expert at chemistry, so sometimes help with investigation. Has a business agreement with Kaori. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really get what Ryo is saying. It's just too random out of context, but he wants to do nothing with Emily's business. Maybe it's like a thing of like, ooh, the Duke, let's make a Duke fragrance or whatever. No, that's weird. I don't think they would go there.
Do you want to come fish blasting with me? I'll get grounded for a whole day, but it's
not
really worth
Kaori.
it 'cause
Yeah,
the
I
fish
don't know.
taste
Like
so
some people
good.
like pronounce it like I don't know. Chiori is what I think it is,
Didn't
but
you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
it is. Yes, it is. Wait, what?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food.
I wouldn't pass on free food either. Are you kidding me? The name? It's Chiori. I mean, I assumed as much, but sometimes I feel like I pronounce a name and then, like, haven't some people... Is it Arlecchino or Arlecchino? Because I don't know anymore. Like, that's why I'm also confused about Chiori. Is it like... Is it Kiori, Kaiori, or like what? I'm afraid. I haven't... With a K sound. Arlecchino. Okay. Oh. What is it with these difficult names? Laurent. Chiori is with Arlecchino is with K. I'll keep that in mind.
Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
I feel called out.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again.
Okay, that's not true. I've been eating really healthy.
Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Yes.
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
So he's not done yet?
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
Oh! Me currently eating junk food. Did they have to call me out? What are you eating? What are you eating? Please let me live through you.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
LOL. LOL. Burger and chips. Oh, nice. I want a hamburger.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You keep laughing.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too. Like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Oh no. Oh, that's a, that's a little bit too close to home.
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy.
Oh.
She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing.
Oh.
It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
Oh.
You mentioned earlier that the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore.
Oh!
I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines.
That's terrible.
But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She does.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, You must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer. It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore. So I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. I thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Furina.
Furina? The Furina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here!
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script.
Okay, better be good.
I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human, against the wishes of her family.
Yep.
She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes.
Uh-oh.
The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing.
Oh.
The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Okay.
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret.
Oh no.
The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Aww.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me.
Oh.
You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me. And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death. Both arbitrary and meaningless.
I mean...
On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace.
I wonder why she told them to meet her there.
We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world. Yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me.
Grief is not a competition, guys.
Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aurelie.
Oh no.
What? You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she never considered us as potential romantic partners.
Aww.
Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention. Well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Aww.
Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by Aurelie. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
How long do they have for, like, for this play? Because I don't know, man. If you still need to rehearse and everything and you don't have an ending yet and you need to agree to things, that's not gonna, that's... Whew, good luck with that.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes.
That's the spirit.
Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone. Allons-y.
Allons-y. Let us go. Okay. Ooh, I haven't been here yet. Okay, we're teleporting. And I'm gonna take a quick break once we arrive. If that is okay with you all. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I'll take a really quick break. I'll be right back. See you in a bit. I would take a break if you guys said it wasn't okay.
Inside city wall, grounded be thy woe. Explosions can hurt people, Jin can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed, Klee be doomed. Those are the survival rules that the Knights of Favonius gave me.
Man, I actually really haven't done much exploring in Fontaine besides like just going where I had to go. For quests. I don't know why I'm picking these. Oh!
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
As if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
I wish I had that problem. I'm almost 100% everywhere, so getting primos right now is dire. Oof. Yeah, no. I think I have so many primo gems. If I actually would play every day and focus on exploring, I would be able to pull for both Neuvillette and Kazuha. And have enough for Furina and Sijuin if I wanted.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the Traveler here. We don't need to take a detour.
Of course you didn't. We were only exploring when playing in co-op and how often we played in co-op lately. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we did agree that we should focus on the main story in favor of co-op, but co-op is coming back. So we'll have 2 lovely co-op streams before I visit. And maybe, hey, maybe I'll feel like playing Genshin off stream as well. And then I'll do some exploring.
Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
I know, just saying, it's not surprising. I know, you guys know me.
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Furina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into Indemnitium.
Yep.
Miss Furina said so herself.
Yep.
Precisely. And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
It's okay, we're here to protect you.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
C'est la vie. This doesn't require god-level powers. Don't you know any self-defense?
C'est la vie indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
Sure.
Too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Furina.
Fight mode Furina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Nom. Especially with her around. Oops. Damn it. Wait, more?
Solidify! Order guide you!
Imagine if Klee was Hydro. That would be the worst day. Why are you doing it that way? They're here.
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards. Jesus, where does this guy live? I love how French and Spanish are canonically spoken languages in Teyvat. Spanish too? Ah, where? I'm sorry, maybe I should know where. But I'm... Okay. Okay. That's terrible. Yup, numero uno Ito.
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Furina doing here?
I don't like the upcoming part, so I will take a break during that. Is it because that they're being mean to Furina?
I can explain.
C'est
We've
la
been rounding
vie.
up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
Delphi explains the whole sequence of events.
So, you think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone?
Not to Furina. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show.
Wait, what?
If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Oh, was he mean to the director?
Fiamma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone.
Oh, God.
Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, no.
Listen, Vimal. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough.
Uh-huh.
We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire.
Ugh.
So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances.
Oh, Fanta.
It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was synth.
Oh.
Isn't that the drink paddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Oh, no. I remember that it induces a state of euphoria, but it also causes significant harm to the body.
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well.
You only told her then? Okay.
But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
Jesus.
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe and it wasn't my fault.
Oh.
But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point.
Oh no.
I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
You brought the director to the attention of the synth dealers. Your mistake gave them a motive to kidnap and murder her.
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Oh no. Oh no.
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean you were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her.
I don't know if you could.
How could you be so stupid?
please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve. End my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight. Go, get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again.
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director Aurelie and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again.
Aww.
If she'd seen Paulo and Villemont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
The meme part is finished, I think.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
I guess I understand, yeah. I expected something way worse though. Like, it was pretty bad fighting. And sad story. Man.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Yeah, what are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on Aurelie herself. She's the true star of the show.
It might actually be possible to find out more about her fate.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims.
That's true.
If you could find anything that Aurelie left behind, Perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on Aureli's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Yeah, well, who else is gonna do
Come,
it?
let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna get this one real quick now that I'm here. Man, these stories, even for story quests, they go so deep. It's quite something. Like, and this is just like side NPC character backstory stuff. Okie dokie, let's teleport here and I can actually heal up. I hate how he was blamed for it even though he was just trying to help. Well, I can also completely understand why he's getting blamed for it, considering that he didn't tell anybody and he just left her to die, basically, instead of informing everyone and... I mean, I don't know, trying something. But I also understand why he kept quiet. Okay, let's enter, let's go! It's complicated. Not everything is black and white. A lot of the time, things are very gray instead of black or white. I can understand why that guy was angry, but it was too much. I mean, that guy was deeply in love with that person. So then, hello. I am here.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now. Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application.
Yay!
Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
Sedan sends a staff member to retrieve the box of...
So,
Ooh.
this is all Aurelie left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person, and this tattered old notebook.
I love Melusine's hand animations when they're talking. They're so... I love Melusines in general. Yeah, but he was treating him almost as if he was the one who killed... Well, in his eyes, he was the one responsible, in a way. Like, he was the one that set up the whole deal. He was the one that knew something was gonna happen when she said leave the city. So in his eyes, it could all be stopped. You know, so he is responsible in his eyes, but that's what I mean with, like, things are not black and white. The one person was looking at it as if everything was you know, black. The other person was looking at it as if everything was white. You know, all those things. We are still live, I see. We are, except the director. That's a terrible, terrible joke. Hello, Jan. How are you? We are still live. Yes, I don't know how much longer this quest is gonna be, but I'm trying to finish it.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches, too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Maybe it'll have some notes on the ending. Well, except Kazua's friend, you know. Or Raiden Shogun's twin sister. Poor Dana seems tired. Do I look tired? I feel okay, but, like, if we're being honest, I've been very tired the past week in general. But for those that are, like, sort of new and don't know yet, I've talked about it multiple times, but I have a little bit of, like, chronic fatigue. So that is a thing. But it goes up and down. It goes up and down. Right now I've been a bit more tired than usual, but I'm doing okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. Do I really look tired? I thought I looked cute. Also, I'm getting older, so you know that's also a thing, unfortunately. Thank you for the posture check. Sitting up straight. Thank you for the hydrate. Just did a little care package, and I appreciate it. It's important, especially on my age. At my age. I saw in like notification I am alive, come join instead of live. Oh! Yeah, okay. You forgot Fenty's friend, that's true. Looking tired doesn't mean you can't look cute. Okay. Yeah, that's also true. That is also true. But I feel like when people say like, you look tired, it always feels like you don't look good or something. But maybe that's an association in my head that I need to work on. Look cute but tired, just the way you were lying on your chair. All right, like I wasn't lying. It's just I slide away. I need to sit up better. It's difficult sitting for a long time. I used to use my standing desk more often. I should probably do that more.
Let me take a look.
Okay.
Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped.
I mean, what would be in there?
Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women.
Ugh.
If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vacher's guilt.
Vacher took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
Yeah.
I guess Aurelie must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators.
And we never used it.
Wait, it cuts off.
Is something wrong?
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourself.
Oh god, this is gonna be sad. Okay. Someone else was taken. That makes 6. Or perhaps the 7th? Someone tried to escape yesterday but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if writing this is of any use or how much longer I can do it for. I can already see my fate approaching, but what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry, I'm so sorry, I can write no more. I think I have a fever and my old stomach troubles have returned, but nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I'm more fortunate than Cressy. The pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose they think that anything goes so long as the experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It's so damp here. I have given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. Oh, that's so sad. This is so sad. Dana offended me. I apologize. You know, those were at the top of my head. I don't know all the Genshin lore. What about Curry Bear? That one also isn't live anymore. Forgot about that one. If anyone sees this troop safe, I them important, please farewell, apologize. Live perform future, regret, Cleo. This page is an absolute mess and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops, to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, others are handwritten with many crossings out and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and that this was the personal notebook of artistic director Aurelie. Why are they pronouncing it Aurelie? It's Aurelie, anyway. What about Tepe? There you go. I forgot about that one too. You can't remember everybody. I can make a really bad dark joke here too, but we're not gonna do that. That would bring the mood down a bit. Oh.
She was so terrified.
Do it, do it, do it. No, even you're gonna be like, oh. She watched the girl get dissolved right in front of her and had to wait for her own death in silence.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human.
Maybe not in the middle of this really sad thing.
I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been.
Yeah, that is terrible.
Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Oh. Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded note are 2 new lines Aurelie has written, in handwriting much more legible than before, but it seems that they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come.
Still really sad.
I'm sure this is what the troupe would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director Aurelie's final thoughts.
I have a theory, but I'm not sure about it. Share it. You can share the theory.
These newcomers are full of
But there's 4 people. 4 people where? The Yakshas?
La la la. Da da da.
Yeah, most likely Gem and yeah. So this girl who wrote the notebook is, if said the Oceanid thingy is most famous line, what if she is secretly the Oceanid thingy? Well, plot twist, everyone was an Oceanid. Yeah. Yeah. But like that's spoiler theory. That's like spoiler thing stuff from Fontaine. After reading through the notebook, some are lost for words, some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage. But I mean, I haven't even seen that. I know. I said the same thing when I first came into Fontaine. Apparently, I was like, what if all Fontainians are Oceanids, or Oceanids? A long time passes before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
But yeah, Hannah, like watching my stream for you, it's just pure spoilers, honestly. at this moment, unless you don't care about that.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance, to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Me too.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
It's a feeling.
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance.
But for a real answer, this is not a spoiler, just lore. All sentient Oceanids fled Fontaine after the first Hydro Archon passed away. That's also true. Wait, everybody is Oceanid, so everybody wants to be human, and none of them truly is, so it's an illusion that sustains itself, motivating the others to have also be... No! Hi, Lord Artaban. I mean... Not really. I mean, they're no... It's complicated. I mean, it's only Furina's story quest, so I don't really care. This whole chat is now lore. I mean, what we were talking about Oceanids is a big spoiler, like main story. Furina's story quest is locked by the Archon quest for a reason. Yeah, because everything is a big ass spoiler.
And aren't human emotions, love, hate, regret, and hope just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
I mean, I'm forgetful. I'll forget this by next week. Same. Not always, but with certain things I am.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
And start rehearsing and all these things, but because, like, I don't know when the deadline is, but, like...
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her.
I bet Hannah hasn't seen pop-up descriptions yet, right?
Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
Oh, is she gonna get the big-ass stage?
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa, wait, what?
Hey.
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
You're talking to Furina.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
No, though that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Believe in yourselves. Go big or go home.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you?
Let's do it. Let's go.
I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too.
And we don't want that.
Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Neuvillette. I know just where to find him.
Neuvillette, Neuvillette, Neuvillette.
First Miss Furina, now the opera epiclese? If only the director was still with us.
Hey, come on. There's no point in dwelling on that now. We have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you're right. Now's not the time to get all melancholy.
Best of luck to you.
Oh.
During the final scene, maybe we should stop the music just before Cleo takes the stage?
Let's go. Let's go look for Neuvillette. Please do good, cute for her own good. I know, right? Look at her. Ugh. When I was watching the demos, I saw her original outfit and I was like, oh, that's also so cute. Oh. No. On the other hand, if the director was still around, there wouldn't be Furina or opera. That is true.
La la la.
That is true. Where is he? Oh, hello.
Hey, look at that. Looks like I guessed right.
What is he doing there?
You were just guessing?
I knew you'd be here.
You can't disagree with me. Klee should be allowed bomb places without getting grounded by Jean. It would be very entertaining. It would also be really dangerous. Ah. I get it though. She's a child. She doesn't know any better.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, Traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
Granting me your hand in marriage.
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
Uh-oh, he's gonna say no. Oh, you shared the story of the little ocean with Neuvillette along with the backstory.
The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult.
How kind of you.
The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage. I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
His voice is honestly perfect. I know. Like, I really love Zhongli's voice. Like, I loved it so much, and I still love it. But after hearing Neuvillette talk so much, you can't go back.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
Also, he needs to drop the eyeliner.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom. But I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
Nevi sounds like a proud dad. He does.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life.
Look how happy he looks for her. That little smile. He looks so... Oh.
Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
One step at a time.
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
I feel the same.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions.
Never say it never.
Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
But you can join.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nervalette.
You are very welcome.
I want Nervalette.
Many people were once enthralled by Lady Furina's performances, myself included. I hope that one day she'll be able to understand that our appreciation was always sincere.
He's so perfect. Oh. Okay, we did it.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Nervalette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance.
He's one of the male characters I actually like, but I don't like his combat style, so rip. Always something you can get used to, but I get it. I have the same with Tartaglia. I can't. I probably, if I would really like do my best, I could get used to it, but it doesn't come natural. I don't know about Nervalette. I think it went okay.
We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast.
Yay!
Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiumali and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Cool.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up!
I'm really looking forward to the final production.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
I think Furina should be the main...
Hey, Loic, get over here. time to practice the opening number.
But, you know, Dolphy is really excited. We can't take away that role from her. Oh! Man, look at him sitting here. Oh. These stills are great.
That cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
The whole thing started with she doesn't want to act anymore. Why do you want to put her in the main role? No, that's true. It's just... I just agree with Neuvillette, but I also think that if she doesn't want to, she shouldn't have to.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Ooh, I like how they did the fountain. Anyway.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Almost a full house. Oh.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
If only what?
What should we do?
Oh.
It's almost time for her to take the stage.
Is she not doing well?
Why?
Oh.
Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now.
Is Furina gonna be...
Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
I feel bad for her.
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
That's also not very healthy.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Miss Furina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Dolphy back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale. From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep.
and learning the song and all the lines.
No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
here yet?
Let's get here!
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle nourrit, ainsi que toi mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je suis, serai toujours là, à voir le monde et sa beauté, et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
That was so good. That was so good. I love how we're on the stage, like...
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just now?
That was such a pretty song.
She hasn't been seen for a while now.
And she has a
And she just appears out
vision.
of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
It's where you belong.
Finally,
Even
we
if
would
she
like to
doesn't
give a
want to,
special
she
thanks to
shouldn't have
our
to do it.
artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Furina.
Yay! Applause for Furina!
Hey, that's not what we agreed on!
You deserve it! Or, well, you know, no, she does. She deserves all the love. She deserves all the applause and all the love in the world.
Oh, so it was Furina after all.
She's back!
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
That's also true. That is also true. That is also
All right,
true.
calm down. Don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst worst that could happen?
At most, you might be asked to sign a few autographs later. I mean, they're little bit too dismissive of her feelings, but, you know, I get it.
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
Oh, that. I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it?
Did she get that? Like, I have a question. Is it the Archons that, like, gift visions? But how did Wanderer get his then? How does that work? No. Yeah, okay. Yes and no. Yeah, it's fine.
I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
I don't know how that works. Me neither. And if it was explained, I'm sorry. I tell you guys every stream I have a potato brain.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
It was never explained? I'm glad. At least it's not me forgetting.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
People in Teyvat have their ideas, but things are contradicting each other. Oh, some fancy ladies.
I thought Cleo's actress sang very well. Why did they swap her out at the end?
I don't know. Maybe that's just how it was scripted.
Did anyone see where Miss Furina went? Oh, I want to get her autograph, but I can't find her anywhere.
Current understanding is that Archons put aside a portion of their power, and that's where visions come from. But we don't know 100% who or what decides. Furina is special though. I could talk to all of them, but that's gonna take so long, but I feel like I should. Oh, I can't talk to them. Oh, they're not named. Okay, so, well, can I... Yep.
I wasn't expecting such an incredible performance from an amateur troupe. They didn't seem out of place on the big stage at all.
Yeah, their technique could use some polish, but the performance in general felt very believable. Hit all the right emotional notes. I think it'll stay with me for a while.
Bye, Lord Artaban. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of the evening. Have a good night. And I hope you have a great day tomorrow. And the rest of the week. Looks a little different to other visions. Yes, it has teeth. So I was wondering if Neuvillette gave it to her or something. Aha, these two.
What a surprise! Seeing Miss Furina on the stage? This ticket was money well spent.
Yeah, I agree. Say what you want about her, but she's flawless when she's on stage.
It's now his power since the Archon's throne is gone. That's what I was wondering, yeah. That's why I was asking, like, is it like the Archons that give it? Because then, like, you know, it would be, in this case, him since it's a Hydra one, and it does look a bit different. Let's leave the opera house. And let's see if she's feeling better. The Hydra power is back with the dragon. So yes, it is different for Neuvillette's reason. But as we don't know if Archon's grant visions are not the same way, we can't say that it was Neuvillette granting it to her personally. Yeah, that's what I was thinking indeed. Like, if we don't know, but would be cute. She deserves a vision. She deserves the world. I know I hated her at the start, but that means she played her role really well. I mean, I liked Furina a lot more already after the Archon quest,
You're
but
back.
yeah, definitely.
She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication.
That's good.
From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
Or like see it here, like, you know.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
Lesson learned.
No, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it.
Yeah, you guys did it.
I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Bennett's long-lost relative? Maybe.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
That they do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Guys, is it the case of the scientists again?
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
I'm having a bit of a deja vu.
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Aww.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
But you can change your mind.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Aww.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well.
Hold off what?
What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I'd previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
There's no need to draw lines in the sand. Just do whatever feels right to you.
Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Next time, I'll invite you to join me.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Yay!
I mean, of course I have some regrets, but...
There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future for us to tell the stories that we want on stage.
I'm just finishing packing up. As soon as I'm done, I've got an interview with the Steambird to get to.
Damn, look at
Thanks
you.
to all your help, the show was more perfect than we ever could have hoped for. But most of all, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally say farewell to O'Reilly.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands.
Yay!
Is that how humans feel about it as well?
What a good quest. What a good story quest. I loved it. That was a great story quest. Oh, I'm so glad I played it. Furina got her vision. And she went back to the stage. How cute, how great, how amazing. She deserves all the love. Especially after that 500 year
Thank you for Ad Astra
performance. Okay, well, I have a question. I don't think it matters. I can actually just go to like a nice spot and wrap up there. I was gonna say, like, what do you guys want to do for co-op next stream? Because maybe I can teleport there already, but I don't think it matters. I have a nice spot right here. Ta-da! Exploration, yeah, but I was wondering where. Should we, like, work our way from Mondstadt to Leeway and all that stuff? I don't know. I still have a lot of stuff left here. Anyway, that was such a good quest.
So heavy.
So good. So good. Okay, let me switch scenes.
Do you want to come fish blasting with me? I'll get grounded for.
Stop it, Klee. You are cute though.